So our next candidate is Victoria, and today is the 27th of February 2008, and it's 3:35. Good afternoon. This test is being recorded. My name is Gábor, and this here is my colleague Adrian. Before we start, and for identification purposes, may I see your ID card?
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. Are you feeling fit and well enough to take the LPAC test?
Yes.
The test will start now. This is a test to assess your proficiency in speaking English as an air traffic controller. The test consists of 2 tasks. The test will take approximately 20 minutes. In task 1A, you are going to hear a number of routine and non-routine communications from pilots. You are the controller and must respond to each message using either standard ICAO phraseology, whenever appropriate, or plain English. There is no need for you to make any coordination. You may consider it done. There are no separation problems. You may give instructions to aircraft as you think necessary. My colleague will play the role of the pilots. There will be no visual contact between you. I'm going to give you a chart representing the traffic situation and the information necessary for the task. You may keep the chart in front of you during the task. You may make notes on the chart if you wish. As in the following part, you will be asked to give a report to your supervisor on any unexpected situation that might have occurred. You will have 1 minute to look at the chart before the first communication begins. Do you understand the instructions?
Yes.
Here is your chart.
Thank you.
The task will now begin.
Can do approach, Spanair 2046. We're established on final course, runway 03, 13 miles out.
Spanair 2046, Roger. Follow the ILS for 03 for runway 03 and contact tower 118.005.
Roger, tower 118.005. Spanair 2046, good day. Can do approach, Finnair 28905. We're coming up to flight level 80, request higher.
Finnair 28905, Roger. For further climb, contact control 133.37.
Roger, control 133.37, Finnair 2985. Can do approach, good afternoon, CSA 555, climbing 3,000 feet on an Echo Papa Lima 12 Bravo departure. Any speed restrictions on our climb today?
CSA 555, good afternoon, identified. Cleared free speed and continue climb 9,000 feet by QNH 1019er.
CSA 555, roger, free speed, climbing 9,000 feet, remaining QNH 1019er. Approach, hello, November 329 Tango Alpha, descending through flight level 100 down to flight level 80, speed 270, reducing to 220 knots. Would you confirm that runway in use today is 03?
November 329 Tango Alpha, good afternoon, identified. I confirm, expect runway 03, ILS approach.
November 329 Tango Alpha, roger, ILS runway 03. Approach November Tango Alpha, request radar vectors with gentle turns. We have livestock on board.
November 329 Tango Alpha, Roger. Expect radar vectors for ILS approach.
November Tango Alpha, roger. Approach CSA 555. We have a squall line ahead of us. We can only stay on our track for another 10 miles or so. We'll need to turn.
CSA 555, Roger. What heading can you accept to avoid?
CSA 555, right 30 degrees.
Roger, it's approved.
CSA 555, thank you, turning right.
And CSA 555, report when avoiding is completed.
CSA 555 will go. Approach November 329 Tango Alpha. Our weather radar is unserviceable. Do you have any information of cells on the approach?
November 329 Tango Alpha, standby. November 329 Tango Alpha, there were CBs at 2000 feet, but they are moving now south.
329 Tango Alpha, thank you. We're now maintaining flight level 80.
Roger, continue descend 3000 feet, November 329 Tango Alpha.
Roger, leaving 80 for 3000 feet and confirm QNH is 1018.
November 329 Tango Alpha, negative QNH 1019.
Roger, 1019, thank you, Tango Alpha. Approach CSA 555. The purser has reported some oily smell at the rear of the passenger cabin.
CSA 555, Roger, what are your intentions?
CSA 555, we need to hold somewhere until we can be sure what the problem is.
CSA 555, Roger, turn right and proceed to Papa Alpha Charlie and hold over as published.
CSA 555, roger, right turn Papa Alpha Charlie, maintaining 9,000 feet. Approach November 329 Tango Alpha, passing Papa Alpha Charlie, request further descent for the ILS approach.
November 329 Tango Alpha, for the time maintain 3000 further by the glide.
329 Tango Alpha, roger, 3,000 feet on reaching. Approach from CSA 555. We're afraid our problem might have to do with hydraulics. Can we hold in the area for another 10 minutes and then go back to the field?
CSA 555, Roger, that's copied. FM, you can hold for another 10 minutes.
CSA 555, thank you. CSA 555, we're now ready to come back and land. Request radar vectors to final approach.
CSA 555, Roger, fly on heading 270, expect ILS 03.
CSA 555, roger, we'll fly heading 270 for ILS runway 03.
CSA 555, do you need any assistance?
CSA 555, the smell seems to be fading away, but we'd appreciate fire services on landing in case of possible hydraulic leak.
CSA 555, Roger, firefighting services will be waiting for you.
Approach CSA 555, we finally found out the reason. We found a bottle of olive oil smashed in an overhead locker which leaked into the air conditioning.
CSA 555, Roger, that's copied.
That is the end of the first part of Task 1.
In Task 1B, you will be asked to explain the unexpected situation which has just happened. You will be explaining this informally to a supervisor as played by my colleague. Do you understand the instructions?
Yes.
Victoria, I understand
Yes.
that something unusual happened during your shift today. Can you take me through the situation step by step?
Yes, it was a departing traffic from runway 03, CSA 555. She was clear to climb 9,000 feet. First of all, she asked for vectors to avoid the squall line. And later she reported that they felt some oily smell in the cabin, and they wanted to check what's the problem. So they asked for holding, and I sent them to Papa Alpha Charlie to hold as published. Then they told me that maybe there's some problem with the hydraulic system. They needed another 10 minutes to check what's the problem. But later they found out that there was some oily butter in the overhead compartment, and that was the reason of this smell.
You said the aircraft went into holding for a short period of time. What was his intention after the holding?
To return to the airport.
And did the pilot make any special requests?
I asked them if they need any assistance. They told me that they would like the firefighting services to be alerted.
And you said there was some oil leaking, did I understand correctly?
Yes, from a bottle which was in the overhead compartment.
And what type of oil was that?
Olive?
Olive oil?
Something like that.
And then was it just leaking in the luggage compartment, or did it get somewhere else, did the pilot say?
In the overhead compartment, and it gets somehow in the air conditioning system, and through that they could feel the smell.
And what was your workload and traffic situation like at the time?
I had another aircraft on final and another approach.
And the weather conditions?
Weather conditions, there were some CBs at 2,000 feet, but they were moving away from the airport.
At 2,000 feet, whereabouts and what area of the field?
It was north.
Thank you. I think I have enough information now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That is the end of task 1. May I have the chart back, please?
Yes.
Thank you. In task 2, you will be asked to look at a photograph and describe what you see. Then you will be given a number of questions related to the photograph. Answer all questions as fully as possible. You will not be assessed on what you think, but on how well you can express yourself in English. You will have 30 seconds to look at the photograph, and you may keep it in front of you while we discuss it. Do you understand the instructions?
Yes.
Here's your photo.
Thank you.
The task will now begin. Please describe what you can see in the photograph.
In this photograph, I can see, I think maybe it's a TV program about air traffic controller's job. Maybe it's German. And the man is standing in front of, I think this is just a simulator of tower controllers, how they work. And in the background I can see 2 women and 1 man doing their job.
So what do you think the presenter is talking about?
About air traffic controlling and how they work. Maybe it's a program about this occupation.
And who do you think the people are in the background?
I think they are tower controllers.
Could they be visitors, maybe, to this place?
Yes, maybe. It can be that visitors can try to have a feel about how it's like to sit in the tower and what is the view.
And what do you think the equipment in the background is used for?
Maybe this is for visitors because the company doesn't want all people to go to the tower to visit controllers and they would disturb them. And this is some kind of artificial tower.
Okay. May I have the picture back, please?
Yes?
Thank you. Let's now talk about aviation issues in a broader context. Do you think news about air traffic control is of interest to the general public?
Yes, definitely.
Why do you think so?
I think many people are interested in air traffic, and if something happens, then everybody is talking about that issue. Yes, definitely they are interested about air traffic.
And do you think ATC issues are accurately represented in the media?
No, I can say that there are a lot of rumors and maybe everybody is talking about, but they don't know what it's really about, because they are not controllers. They are people working at newspapers and at TV programs. They don't really see what it's really about.
So how do you feel when ATC is misinterpreted in the media?
It disturbs me because now I can see, I can imagine what happened and how it was for the controller in that situation, and it's really annoying.
Why do air traffic accidents and incidents receive so much attention in the media?
Because I think people are still afraid of flying, and if something happens, maybe an accident, usually more people die there, and it gets to everybody via the media and the internet, and they like to talk about this.
The general public seem to know much more about the jobs of pilots than about the jobs of controllers. Why do you think it's so?
Maybe they see more films about pilots, but I don't think so that they really know how it is, how a pilot works. They see that he or she is sitting in front of the cockpit and, drinking coffee and driving the plane.
So what do you think the general public know about the job of an air traffic controller?
An air traffic controller, they don't really know many things about them, because if I say that I'm an air traffic controller, most of the people ask, oh, so you work in a tower? Then I say, no, I'm a radar controller. Oh, what's that? So they think that controllers only sitting in the tower, and they control all the plane.
Okay, thank you very much. That is the end of task 2 and the end of the examination.
Thank
You may leave the room now.
Thank you.